year now, the NBA media keeps telling me, fans don't, but the media keeps telling me, Klay Thompson's out of here. He's going to the Lakers. And I keep hearing, Kevin Durant is out of here, man. Steph Curry, he may go back to Charlotte. And I keep saying to myself, they ain't going anywhere. It's a three-man band. The first guy off the island is going to be Draymond Green. Draymond Green doesn't fit this team. He's the bully at the nightclub. He's the bouncer. He's the class clown. He fits this band, but the band doesn't need him. He's Ringo Starr. They don't need him. I mean, last night's a classic example. Close game with the Clippers. Draymond Green gets the rebound, gets the ball up the court. Durant's open. Kevin Durant, pretty good. And Draymond Green doesn't find him, was going somewhere else, falls over himself. And then you saw Durant and Draymond Green barking at each other in the huddle. Klay Thompson's not going anywhere, man. Kevin Durant's not going anywhere. Steph's not going anywhere. Draymond Green's the odd man out here. He will not be here in 3 years. First of all, there's a lot of guys that can do what he does. He does it really, really well. He's the bouncer at the nightclub. There's a lot of bouncers in every city that can fill that role at the nightclub. And he's really, really good at it. He's Kenneth Faried. He's muscle. He's muscle. All right. A lot of guys at a gym with muscle. Secondly, his personality rubs people that, it's different. Draymond tends to be a little class clown, a little pokey in the ribs. But here's the other thing that goes unsaid. Do you really think Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant see Draymond Green as an equal? Really? When you go play basketball at the YMCA, when you play basketball, against the fellas, you can size guys up real quick. You're talking Klay Thompson's the best shooting guard, two-guard in the league. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter ever. And Kevin Durant's arguably the best player in the league outside of LeBron. Some say with LeBron. They don't see Draymond Green as an equal. They let him travel with the band. He's not an equal. His skills are totally replaceable. Whenever there's a nightclub, the owner of the nightclub will give a percentage to the general manager, maybe the food and beverage guy. They never give a percentage to the bouncer. They don't give a percentage to the muscle at the front door. Now, you're part of the group. When you guys get to eat dinner before you'd open the doors, you get some of it too. But I always laugh when everybody tells me, Kevin Durant's leaving. Kevin Durant is Silicon Valley. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, these guys fit the Warriors. They fit their identity. What is Silicon Valley? What is San Francisco? It's the future. It's the greatest. It's the richest, the most skilled, Those guys fit that. I'm watching Draymond Green last night butcher the end of that game, and I'm like, you keep telling me who's leaving. Only one guy's going to leave this island. It's going to be Draymond Green. So, I've never bought into this. I think, you know what it is? It's hopeful Laker fans. It's people around the NBA. And we're all hoping, right? Everybody wants to see this incredible dynasty broken up. But when bands break up, there are people in every band, that are less valuable to the band. And it goes without saying who's less skilled and who's less talented. You lose a front man, you got a different band. You lose a drummer, bands can mostly replace drummers. You change the front man, you got a different band. So I'm watching this last night, and I just keep going back to, you really think Klay, Steph, and Kevin Durant consider Draymond an equal? No. Maybe if they got into a fight with the Sixers or a fight with the Cavs or a fight with the Celtics or a fight with OKC, they'd want Draymond Green there. But the rest of these guys aren't leaving. You're just going to have to deal with this dynasty. And I know they're obnoxious, and I know they think they're smarter than everybody, and I know they're the greatest shooter of all time. I understand nobody likes the Warriors. But don't start making stuff up about people leaving. I don't buy it for 1 second. I don't buy KD's leaving. I don't buy Klay's leaving. I don't get Steph's leaving. They're moving into a new arena. They're going to be the most high-tech organization in the world. And that doesn't sound as much like Draymond as it does Klay, KD, and Steph. Here's the second thing. I want to shift to the NFL. Years ago, I was talking to an NFL player. And he goes, God, your players hate New England. And I'm like, well, players just hate who's winning. And the player said to me, no. We don't hate everybody that's winning. We hate New England. Now, fans will say it's because they cheat. That's not why they keep winning. That's not why they keep winning. I know you want to say Spygate, but Tom Brady has been better since Deflategate. Tom Brady's been better since Spygate. So the little problems they got into and were stopped, they're better since then. Okay? Again, that's confirmation bias. That makes you feel good, doesn't make it right. But I noticed something this weekend. Remember when Richard Sherman came out? And you mad, bro, at Tom Brady? How did that turn out for Richard Sherman? And how did that turn out for Tom Brady? That was 2012 after beating the Patriots midseason. And by the way, Lane Johnson, he talked a lot of trash too. Remember Lane Johnson? I'd rather win 1 Super Bowl and have fun than 5 Super Bowls. That was Lane Johnson. Came on the show recently, laughed about it. Dion Lewis, after he beat the Patriots this weekend. Oh, Dion Lewis was talking trash. He goes, hey, you go cheat. You don't want to pay me. That's how you get your ass kicked. Remember Jalen Ramsey talking trash right before the AFC title game? How did that work out? Remember Jalen Ramsey?
We going to the Super Bowl, and we going to win that. We going to win that. Duval!
Oh, brother. Richard Sherman, how'd it work out for you? Lane Johnson, you guys are 4-5 going to New Orleans. How did that work out for you? Dion Lewis, really think you'll be playing football, not watching it in January? Tom Brady talked about Dion Lewis's trash talk yesterday on WEEI radio in Boston.
It's hard to see great players go, and I know it's not the first time it's happened. It's happened to a lot of guys, and I can understand that emotion. I give them credit. They beat us. And when you win, you could say a lot of things. That's the reality of winning. We'll just take our lumps and try to learn from them and come out here and do a lot better job the next 6 weeks.
They didn't want to pay Dion Lewis $12 million guaranteed and $20 million. It was just business. The reason NFL players are rooting for the Steelers to win the AFC, are rooting for the Chargers to win the AFC, are rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Houston Texans. Because what the Patriots do is what is also not so slowly happening to society. It's called automation. The rich in America, the wealthy, are concerned about a future in America with only rich and robots making money. The middle class replaced. You go online, you see those videos. The New England Patriots are, to a large degree, NFL automation. Belichick and Brady are the rich and the robots. Players don't matter after that. And they don't like it. And I understand not liking it. You guys watching me when you go home, enter the house after work, don't you want to matter? You people watching me at work, don't you want to feel important at work? Like, players don't like the Patriots because players don't really, outside of Tom Brady, really matter in New England. NBA players don't root against the Warriors. It is a player-driven system. Players, did you notice this? They loved the Seahawks. It wasn't about the system. It was about the player. Players outside of Le'Veon Bell love the Steelers. Go online. They love the Chiefs. Players don't like New England for the same reason we're all a little afraid about robots and automation. It makes us unimportant, and everybody wants to matter. Husbands, wives, employees, even rich pro athletes feel like New England squeezes them. What's ironic about that is that as much as players are fearful of New England, the next great teams, like the LA Rams, aren't they about McVay's system? Watch the 49ers last night. Nate Mullins, Jimmy Garoppolo. I think one of the
nicknames and celebrations.
Yeah, one of the first signs that something's a gimmick and that something's not formidable, it gets a Saxonville nickname. The minute teams get nicknames, I'm out. Because that tells me you're a professional wrestler. You're playing for the gimmick. You're not really legitimate.
You've never had a nickname?
No. I mean, Cowherd, the Herd.
That's your last name, though.
Yeah, that's my last name.
I don't get nicknames either.
I'm not a nickname person. So there's been this thing in the NBA, the process. And last night, can we officially end saying that? Can we just, now officially, no longer use the process in the NBA? It's done. It's over. Okay, guillotine time. Cut it off. It's over. I'll explain why coming up next. In sports, there's smart moves and not so smart moves. Smart move, Hail Mary, final play of the game, you trail by 5. Not a smart move, you trail by 5, bring a field goal kicker on last play of the game. Same thing when you're hiring. Don't go to websites that overwhelm you with sheer volume. What you're looking for is 1, 2,